Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cozy Space Living channel. If you're new here, we're all about giving you tips, tricks, and inspiration to turn your apartment into a space that feels like home. Today's video is all about creating an eclectic decor style in your small apartment, which can make it feel unique, personal, and welcoming. It's time to stop feeling cramped and start embracing a mix of colors, textures, and styles. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and comment below to let us know what eclectic elements you want to bring into your space. We love hearing from you and always appreciate your support. Now, let's get into some fun and creative ideas for transforming your small apartment into a haven of eclectic style. Eclectic decor is all about mixing and matching different influences, from vintage treasures to modern touches, and everything in between. It's the perfect style for a small apartment because it encourages you to be creative with what you already have while giving a sense of warmth and personality. So, get ready to bring some exciting, bold, and unexpected elements into your home. When creating an eclectic space, it's important to have a neutral foundation to build upon. Start with neutral walls, floors, and larger furniture pieces. Think of whites, beiges, or soft grays that give you a clean canvas to work with. This will allow the more colorful, bold pieces to shine without overwhelming the room. Once you have a neutral base, you can start layering in more vibrant and unique items. Remember, eclectic doesn't mean chaotic. It's about balance and creating harmony with contrasting colors and textures. Having a neutral backdrop helps anchor the space, making the decor feel intentional and well-curated. For example, choose a soft-colored sofa or neutral rug, and then build on that by adding colorful pillows, bold curtains, and quirky art pieces. With a neutral base, the possibilities are endless, and the space will still feel inviting and cohesive, no matter how many different styles you introduce. Vintage pieces are a hallmark of eclectic decor. These items bring character, history, and charm into your apartment. Look for vintage furniture, such as a retro armchair, an old wooden cabinet, or a unique coffee table that fits your space. Don't be afraid to mix these finds with modern furniture to create an interesting contrast. If you're on a budget, secondhand stores, flea markets, and thrift shops are gold mines for vintage finds. Even a small vintage lamp or an old framed mirror can add a touch of nostalgia and a sense of history to your space. The beauty of these pieces lies in their imperfections, making your apartment feel lived in and full of stories. To make these vintage items work in your small apartment, try to mix them with more contemporary elements. A mid-century chair paired with a modern sofa can bring out the best of both eras and give your space an eclectic vibe. Play with textures, finishes, and colors to create a dynamic environment that feels rich and layered. One of the best ways to inject personality into your eclectic apartment is by mixing patterns and textures. Think geometric patterns on throw pillows, stripes on curtains, and florals on your bedding. The key here is to choose patterns that have a common thread, whether it's a similar color palette or a shared motif, so that everything still feels coordinated. Textures are just as important as patterns in eclectic decor. Mixing soft, plush textiles with harder surfaces like wood or metal creates a contrast that adds depth to your space. Velvet cushions, woven throws, and shaggy rugs can all be paired with sleek, modern furniture to create an inviting, tactile environment. Don't be afraid to experiment. It's all about finding combinations that work together while still allowing each piece to stand out on its own. If you're feeling unsure, start small with a couple of patterned pillows or a textured rug, and gradually add more as you become more comfortable. Art is an essential element of eclectic decor. It allows you to bring in a range of styles and ideas that reflect your personality. Whether you're into abstract paintings, vintage posters, or family photographs, your wall art can be a huge statement in your small apartment. To create an eclectic vibe, try hanging art in unexpected ways. You can mix framed photos, canvas prints, and wall hangings for an interesting gallery wall. Don't be afraid to overlap frames or place them at different heights for a more organic and dynamic look. Choose art that speaks to you and adds emotion or interest to the space. This can be anything from a collection of travel photos to a mix of contemporary and traditional artwork. The more personal, the better. Art is a great way to make your apartment truly feel like your own. Eclectic decor isn't afraid of color. Bold, unexpected combinations are what make this style stand out. You can pair bright jewel tones with earthy neutrals or mix primary colors with pastels for a playful feel. The trick is to make sure the colors complement each other rather than clash. Start with accents like colorful cushions, rugs, and lampshades, then build up from there. Don't be afraid to paint an accent wall or add a colorful chair or cabinet. If you have an open shelving unit, use it to display vibrant items like books, plants, and decorative objects in a rainbow of colors. To keep your small apartment from feeling too overwhelming, consider using colors strategically. For example, paint one wall in a bold hue and keep the rest of the walls neutral. This creates a focal point without overpowering the space. Play with color combinations until you find the perfect balance. Plants are a wonderful way to bring life and color into any space, especially in an eclectic apartment. They also contribute to a cozy atmosphere and improve the air quality in your home. Add a mix of plants in different sizes and shapes. Suspended planters, potted plants, and small succulents all work well in eclectic decor. Not only do plants add color, but they also provide a calming and natural element. Whether you're growing large leafy plants like monstera or using smaller plants as table decor, incorporating greenery creates an organic feel in your space. Plus, it's an easy and affordable way to refresh your apartment. To make plants work with your eclectic decor, place them in interesting containers. Think about mismatched planters, vintage pots, or creative DIY plant holders. Using different textures for your plants, like ceramic, glass, or woven baskets, enhances the eclectic vibe and adds visual variety. Lighting can transform the mood of your space and is essential in eclectic design. Look for unique light fixtures that serve as both functional and decorative elements. Pendant lights, colorful lamps, and vintage chandeliers can all add character and warmth to your apartment. In addition to statement lighting, consider layering different light sources. Use floor lamps, table lamps, and sconces alongside overhead lights to create depth and a cozy atmosphere. This also allows you to control the lighting in different areas of the room, making it feel more dynamic. If your apartment is on the smaller side, consider using mirrors or light-colored furniture to reflect natural light and make the space feel brighter. Unique lighting can highlight your eclectic decor elements and help them stand out even more. A great way to personalize your eclectic apartment is by curating collections that reflect your interests. Whether it's vintage books, antique figurines, or quirky mugs, displaying your favorite objects in an intentional way brings a sense of fun and personality to your space. Start by selecting items that speak to you, and then figure out how to group them. You can arrange your collections on open shelves, mantels, or side tables. The key is to showcase them thoughtfully, so they add to the overall aesthetic rather than creating clutter. As you curate your collections, think about how to integrate them with the other elements in your apartment. Mixing personal items with your furniture, artwork, and textiles will ensure the space feels cohesive and truly reflects who you are. In a small apartment, creating designated zones is key to maintaining functionality while still embracing eclectic decor. Whether you're working with an open floor plan or smaller rooms, think about how to create areas for different activities, such as lounging, working, or dining. Use furniture arrangements, rugs, and lighting to delineate these areas. A statement rug can mark a cozy reading nook, while a unique side table or chair can create a mini workspace in your living room. By sectioning off your apartment into functional zones, you can enjoy both style and practicality. Don't worry about using traditional furniture layouts. With eclectic design, you can play around with how you arrange items and make them work for your needs. Be creative with the flow and make sure each zone feels comfortable and cohesive with the rest of the space. Textiles are one of the easiest ways to bring eclectic style into your apartment. Look for interesting throws, cushions, curtains, and bed linens that mix patterns, textures, and colors. These soft elements not only make your apartment feel cozy, but also allow for an easy update whenever you feel like refreshing the space. Layering textiles, such as a vibrant throw over a neutral sofa or patterned cushions on a solid color chair, creates a dynamic visual effect. You can also use textiles to unify different elements in your room. For example, choose curtains that match your accent pillows to bring the room together. Textiles are also practical. A cozy throw can make a chair or sofa extra inviting, while colorful bedding can instantly refresh your bedroom. By choosing fabrics that reflect your personality, you'll create a space that feels lived in and loved. And that wraps up our guide to creating an eclectic decor style in your small apartment. Remember, it's all about combining different influences, colors, textures, and personal touches to make your space feel unique and homey. Don't be afraid to experiment and have fun with it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. We hope you found these tips helpful and inspiring for your own home. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to Cozy Space Living, like this video, and leave a comment sharing your favorite eclectic decor idea. We'd love to hear what you're planning for your space. Until next time, keep creating and making your apartment a reflection of you. Happy decorating, and we'll see you in the next video.